In this, I'm doing a series of discussions where I post a film or a song or an episode of a TV series that's relevant to the issue being discussed, and the film I'm posting a link to the film Mr. and Mrs. Loving on Dailymotion, which is in two parts. And this is a film about a man who actually got himself in trouble with the fuzz for being, with the authorities for being married to a person of a different race. And interracial marriages are the norm these days, but I think in the past there was more of a taboo attached to them. But that's just. But over the years, people have changed their attitude to all these things, haven't they? Maybe the older viewers of YouTube can remember a time when it wasn't regarded as a norm to marry somebody of a different race. Well, my old school friend was actually Chinese. Well, his parents were. Well, he was Chinese, yeah, because he was he was born. He was conceived by Chinese parents, and he lived in a Chinese fish and chip shop in the village where I grew up and went to school with me. And there was this website called Friends Reunited when he was in my 30s, and I contacted him on that, and he invited me to his wedding. But his wife was British, but was Irish, born and bred. She wasn't the same race as him. And I've mentioned in one of my poems that I've only ever had one girlfriend, and this woman that I went out with, she was black, not just a half caste, but very dark skinned. She was born and bred in African, and but it never got as far as getting married. But a lot of relationships don't, do they? But she didn't have time to pursue the relationship any further. Really, that's what it all boiled down to. And she perhaps didn't really fancy me as much as what I fancied her. But I think in the past there's been a greater taboo attached to these sorts of marriages, and in a lot of states in America they were actually against the law. There was a word for sexual relations with somebody of a different race, miscegenation, or how do you spell it? MISC. I don't know why. I don't know. Miscegenation or something. The word was, and there was another film. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner with Sidney Poitier in it, and it showed the attitudes of the parents of the girl's mother and the parents of the girl's father. Because there's two different she's going to marry this girl is going to marry a doctor who's a Negro. Well, a doctor is quite a good profession. You get paid good money for it. So what does it matter what his skin colour is? Should it? So so are you in a mixed race marriage? Do you know anybody who's in a mixed race marriage? And did they have any opposition to it from their families at all? And what was their attitude of their families towards it? And all the all, if he could just give me give answers to this in the I'd like answers to this I'd like responses to this in the comments below. But I've always been a bit like a developer really, and I never fell in love till later on in life. But as I said before, it was with a black woman, a very dark-skinned black woman. You know what I mean? Who'd been she came from Sierra Leone. So I'm gonna put the film anyway. The film Mr. and Mrs. Loving in the description, and this couple were actually treated like criminals because there were two different races. Because there were two different races. The one's skin colour was different from the man's. So I'm going to put the film in the description. So I'll be back soon with more discussions and miming to music and songs and whatnot.